What's cracking, trainers? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon GO Battle League content. In today's video, we're taking a look at some Hisui Cup battles submitted to the channel by Simon the Leader. Got some Hisuian Zoroark action for you today, trainers. I haven't watched this thing in action yet. I've only seen bits and heard the rumors, but I'm excited to see it play. Now, Simon's going to be pairing it up with a Shadow Abomasnow in the lead, just because it's a good enough lead in this cup. It works well. And in the back, they're going to be having a Shadow Drapion safe switch on Poison Sting. Some are running Ice Fang, but most of them you'll see kind of on half and half. But let's get into the games here. We got Simon bringing us some Hisuian Zoroark content. If you want to send in some battles of your own to the channel for Shoutcasting, there is a Google form in the link in the pinned comment in the description. In the first game, we got Drapion on the lead on the opponent's side. Simon trying to make a catch here, but the opponent showing great patience with that Ice Fang. You saw how much damage those were doing. Non-Shadow Drapion, though, not something to be super afraid of. Now Simon's going to be going for that Aqua Tail. The Poison Sting pacing here is extremely fast. Dude, we're in the first battle and I'm already losing it, man. Oh my goodness, I can't English apparently. Aqua Tail's gonna knock out the Drapion. We did get a shield advantage. Now be looking to take this Weather Ball to the house. Opponent not having the super effective Poison Sting, so Ice Fang gonna have to be settling for that neutral damage. The opponent makes it to a charge move. Do we call the Aqua Tail, or is this enough for the crunch? Simon's calling it. It's the Aqua Tail, not very effective, and Hisui Zoroark prime with a shield advantage. Gonna come in on Spiritomb. Now, Spiritomb, however, is a dark type, and Zoroark is weak to only a single type, dark. Otherwise, it's got some incredibly strong resistances, and oh my god, it's getting shredded, bro. What is in the... It's... the one thing that could be in the back that Zoroark can beat at that HP range, it's Vespiquen. The opponent falls for it. The Shadow... Oh, the Shadow Ball is reached! We're getting to it, baby! Oh, Zoroark almost didn't make it, but he held on. It held on to its trainer, saying, let's go and get that Shadow Ball, baby! Boom! And that's a good game, well played. Next game. Good lead here, Vespiquen. Both are doing super effective to each other. Those Fury Cutters adding up very quickly, but the Abomasnow is able to get to the Weather Ball as it wins CMP over the Vespiquen. Fairly bulky, this B. Only ever be used in Hisui Cup. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's in any other metas. Now that people know about it, maybe we'll see it in other metas. The opponent safe switches their own Hisuian Zoroark, but unfortunately, Abomasnow is going to get to the second Weather Ball in 4 Powder Snows and be able to outpace, and then we can bring in Drapion, which is a good source of dark damage. The dark typing on its own just completely shutting down Hisuian Zoroark, except when it runs Flamethrower. Okay. Wasn't expecting a Flamethrower on the Zoroark, but you know what? Probably works. Probably works. Opponent just going to take it. No shields left. Vespiquen comes in trying to get to a charge before the Drapion gets there first. The opponent immediately swapped out. Not able to make it. The crunch is going to do heavy damage to the Vespiquen, which is trying so desperately to get as much farm as it can before going for that move to get the KO. X-Scissor going to get the knockout on the Drapion. In comes Abomasnow. The opponent's got a licky. Hisuian Zoroark kind of needs some chip damage here. Those foul plays aren't going to be enough to cut it with that normal typing on Licky. Those Shadow Claws are not doing much, but now it's in range. In comes Hisuian Zoroark. It's so majestic, beautiful. Look, this is one of my favorite Pokemon, dude. Oh, it's got Solar Beam! No! Boom! Ouch. I'm trying to mentally recover that. We get a nice lead in the next game, so we're kind of getting there. Opponent switches into the Drapion. It is on Poison Sting, it looks like, but the Abomasnow is still going to be able to get to that first Weather Ball with 5 Powder Snows to the first. It's 4 to the second, and immediately comes in with Drapion to be able to absorb Aqua Tails. Can I believe you get to 2 Aqua Tails? You live 2 Aqua Tails against the non-Shadow Drapion. The opponent going for their energy, dumping it all right here, right now. Drapion now has a chance to potentially overload a little bit on energy. The Aqua Tail is going to be very close to KOing. If it does, it might be. It's just enough. It might be enough. Let's see. Aqua Tail going out. Aqua Tail takes out the Drapion and has a move pretty much ready for whatever comes in next. The opponent brings in their Spiritomb, looking to get a farm down. Resisted Sucker Punch farm down on the Drapion, but Drapion is going to say, I'm giving you a crunch before I go. And then the opponent, unable to make it to the Rock Tomb or doesn't throw it in time, have a It's just Drifblim in the back. This is easily just, the Abomasnow is super safe, and you can just bring it in here. Shield up the Rock Tomb. The opponent brings in the Drifblim. They're going to have a bad time. They didn't have any energy when they swapped out, and this Weather Ball is going to do some pretty significant damage. And Zoroark resists Ghost as a Ghost type, so that's going to be fine to bring in here. However, with a shield, this might be difficult. Zoroark looking to come in and make a difference here. Gets to the move. Look at those. Bro, the catch! Oh, that gets me all hot and bothered. That was a nice catch, bro. Shadow Ball, that was a nice catch. Opponent not able to get to the move that matters. They're on Astonish. And gets to the Shadow Ball. The Spiritomb is going to feel this one in the morning, trainers. This is going to hurt. Shadow Ball. Boom. Oh, yeah. This is the kind of gameplay that I live for. Send me something with some one-shots. I'm happy, even though this Spiritomb was low, but who cares? Terrible lead in the next game. Drapion's not having a good time either, but at least you're happier to put Drapion in. I mean, I guess it's not getting clobbered by the Lucario. At least you have Aqua Tail to contend with. The opponent does shield the Aqua Tail as well, and I believe this is only enough for a power-up punch, so they just let this know. They shield the power-up punch. Okay, going for the next Aqua Tail. Not going to be able to make it to a third one. They're going to get the farm down here. The opponent might shield. I'd like to think they know they can live an Aqua Tail. No, they're going to shield anyway. Well, Hisuian Zoroark just happens to have a shield to hide behind and is incredibly powerful. And we're going to see it probably come in here. The opponent going straight for the move. Do they resist? Is this the power-up punch? Do we resist it? Going for it. The power-up punch, the bait call. The opponent ripping through, though. Oh, my God. The bullet punches, dude. Oh! Oh, it's a power-up punch. It's not enough. Simon says I'm out, dude. Lucario has just soloed my whole team. Yeah, I guess that answers what do we do against Lucario lead, right? Oh my goodness. Abomasnow in the lead in the next game takes super effective from these rollouts, but opponent not having a whole lot of energy that can do much. They go for the Earthquake catch. If this isn't a Shadow Ball catch, it's a Body Slam. Oh no. The opponent is actually running Body Slam. I've seen so many Lickies running all nukes. They just don't run Body Slam in this meta. But we're going to keep the Drapion alive, going for a nice big overfarm here. This can only be the Body Slam. And so the Licky is going to have a choice to make now that it doesn't swap out after wasting almost the entire switch timer. No, they're going to stay in, commit to this matchup. Licky is going to take this crunch or end up having to shield for it. The opponent seems to like their odds at winning switch advantage here. And so Drapion's going to go for the next crunch. See if it can get the opponent's second shield, which it does. Opponent immediately regrets that decision as the Abomasnow follows suit to launch the energy ball for the knockout blow. Boom! And that is a Frostlass on my screen. We have a shield. The opponent goes for a catch. They go for the catch on the Spiritomb, and Zoroark is looking really nice for this endgame. As soon as it can switch, the opponent, if they throw energy, doesn't matter. It's going to go for the Weather Ball. Makes it just in time to get there before getting farmed down by the Spiritomb. Abomasnow, Weather Ball connects, takes it out. Opponent comes in for the Frostlass, trying to get some farm. But does it matter? Zoroark comes in and we get another sick catch. My goodness, Simon is in the opponent's heads today. Avalanche. Nah, man. Go for that Zoroark. We have the CMP tie here. No problem. Zoroark getting to that with its massive attack stat. Foul play. Clocks out the Frostlass from its shift and back to his Pokeball. Good game. Next game, we got up the Abomasnow here is on the lead versus another Drapion. Not a great lead unless it has Ice Fang, then it's actually okay. Simon's looking to stay in and find out it has Poison Sting. What do? We're swapping into the Drapion for the Crunch catch. Very nice catch, trainer. Oh my goodness, this man is on fire with these catches today. Gonna go straight for the Aqua Tail. The opponent not making a catch of their own. They're looking to stay in with the Drapion and over farm here. Opponent's going to have to take this Aqua Tail, though, and they're now low enough where a Weather Ball would definitely knock out. The opponent comes in with a Gastrodon way late here, trying to save that energy on the Drapion, but honestly, Abomasnow is going to have a great time with this. It's already loaded, and the opponent not going to have any damage that matters too much here, but going straight for the Weather Ball here, trying to cut the opponent off from going for that Body Slam. We need to keep the Abomasnow somewhat healthy. Can't afford to shield anything but Body Slams are reached, and I'm pretty sure this Gastrodon has two of them. Body Slam, going to do some chip damage here. The opponent looking to get farmed down. They don't have the next Body Slam. But there's still 2 shields on both sides. You cannot get rid of that Drapion with the Hisuian Zoroark, so we're going to have to make something happen here. Weather Ball going to be flung out from the Abomasnow. Do you just take the energy here, or do you take let the opponent get the KO here? No, he's just swapping straight into the Zoroark, and Drifblim's in the back, and now Drifblim is incredibly sad. This poor balloon will not know what hit it. These Shadow Claws are just tearing it out of the sky. Icy Wind, not going to matter, bro. We don't need shields in here. They're going to save their shields for next game. Good game, trainer. Well played. Next game, we got Abomasnow in the lead against Lucario, and we're going to just get swept again by Lucario. Is that what's happening? Opponent has that move. No, they come in with a Drifblim. Now Simon has a chance. The opponent bringing in Drifblim to the Dark-type Drapion is definitely not a play that you would want to make. Unless you have literally no other option. The opponent was so far in on trying to maintain switch advantage that they swapped in Drifblim to the Drapion, and unfortunately, unless they have another answer to Abomasnow and back, they may have a bad time. Now, unfortunately here for Simon, does overfarm a bit too much. The opponent gets to 2 Icy Winds, and now the opponent's looking pretty smart here. These crunches are not going to be enough to knock out. They can actually let one go if they want. And they know it. As someone who's played Drifblim in the past and done that exact same thing, I know exactly how that goes. Now, opponent is not going to be able to react quick enough. The Zoroark has energy loaded. In comes Vespiquen. Vespiquen's Fury Cutters are resisted from the Ghost typing, and Shadow Ball is launched here. Does the opponent respect this damage? Absolutely not! Boom! And Vespiquen is going to get absolutely rocked. The shield decision. In comes Lucario. Lucario's just not going to be able to handle it, bro. Even though they are on, it looks like they're on Force Palm, actually, not Metal Bullet Punch. The Steel move. The opponent's going for that energy. It's a Power-Up Punch. No, it's a Thunder Punch. They are rocking the Thunder Punch. They want this thing gone, but the opponent not going to be able to withstand the might of Drapion and this loaded Aqua Tail. And that's pretty much the game there. Well played. The opponent going down to the fast moves on the Vespiquen. Woo! These are some saucy games, Simon. I'm shouting you out, bro. I'm having fun here. Bibarel in the next game. Not a great lead here. Those rollouts hurt, and we're resisting. The opponent's resisting our ice damage, which forces us to go for the Weather Ball. The opponent going for the Surf? No, this could be a Hyper Fang. Abomasnow, ready to let it go. Hyper Fang, not gonna do quite enough, but gets it very, very low. Do we see the Energy Ball go off the opponent? Gonna give up that shield? They do not! Zoroark is licking his chops right now. That Dust Noir comes in. It is prime Zoroark food. Simon going for the CMP win here, or one turn before. The opponent giving up a shield, and that's perfect. Now that Simon can say, you want to protect this Dust Noir? I'm protecting my Zoroark. Gonna look to go for it. The opponent brings in that Gastrodon. Are we reaching the Shadow Ball? No, Simon doesn't think he's gonna reach Shadow Ball. I think he might have done it. If we live this on 1 HP, we could have reached the Shadow Ball. We live it on 1 HP, we can reach the Shadow Ball. It's all up to the Gastrodon. No, the Gastrodon answer. Drapion. Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude. Oh no. This is not good for this Drapion. It is just getting obliterated so quickly. Needs to go for the Aqua Tail. Does the opponent go for a move? Yes, they do. They don't try to catch this. I don't think they could yet. Oh, how is this gonna go? Drapion with 5 HP against this Dust Noir. Can we get to the Aqua Tail? Yes, we can! Drapion, you absolute menace, you fiend! Aqua Tail reached against the Dust Noir and gonna take the game. Well played, trainers. Whew. And that just means we have another game coming up here. Abomasnow into another Drapion. Do we stay in again to see if it has the Poison Sting? Yes, we do, because we kind of have to, right? Because Zoroark in the back does not want to see this thing. Looking to go for that catch, but the opponent not going to fall for it this time. No shield on the Aqua Tail. Good decision here. 2 Aqua Tails is almost enough, but not quite. Leaves Drapion very low, but with the opponent dumping all of their energy like this, it means that Drapion might have a chance to flip something in the back. The opponent staying in instead means Drapion's now going to be able to fight for its life in this matchup, trying to desperately keep that Drapion on the opponent's side away from the rest of its teammates. Drapion's going to let this go. It knows it can live this Aqua Tail. Not by much, though. The opponent bringing in the Drifblim. And that's okay, because now we have 2 things that can farm a Drifblim from this range. Zoroark is the choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The opponent's going to be able to make it on 2 HP and their dreams and all of the hopes. to the Icy Wind, and that Zoroark's now going to have to shield up that move in order to maintain itself. The Mamoswine's going to come in, but his Mamoswine, it doesn't matter that this is even debuffed or anything. A Mamoswine's going to have a bad day. The opponent, oh no! Going for the shield bait, we call it right, and the opponent lands the Icicle Spear into the Mamoswine, and then the opponent swaps into the Drapion to catch the Energy Ball. We are just, the opponent is just, they're just both going at it, but it doesn't matter because we have Zoroark comes in. We have a Shadow Ball loaded Mamoswine is going to rue the day it saw the Zoroark in this battlefield. Good game. Oh my goodness, those were exciting. You know what? Sometimes I wonder if like, if the battles are going to be that good. Bro, these battles were just that good. I hope you enjoyed those with me, trainers, getting up to nearly 2,300 elo. Thank you, Simon, for sending these battles, bro. These were incredibly fun to watch. I had a great time. Hope you all did too. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be playing any Hisuian Zoroark in any future formats, and if you got any teams, because I'd love to try them. I got some very meh ones, but I mean, I could build them if I have a team for them. So let me know in the comments what you think about Zoroark, and if you want to use any teams, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.